I have seen Lee Cronin's The Mummy. What do you take away from it? Well, let's find out. Uh, Lee Cronin's The Mummy is Blumhouse's most recent and and production and film. The movie is by both Blumhouse, New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers, and Atomic Monster. It took four companies. It took four companies to produce a Mummy movie. That's great. See. Anyway, what to take away from it? The Mummy, Lee Cronin's The Mummy is about a girl going missing. Saying 8 years later she is found in a sarcophagus. Yes, and weird shit starts happening. And so that's your basic takeaway from that movie. The kind of is a. I do agree with Cody Leach's film review of this movie, where it does tend to lean into two types of horror fans are where it's split in the middle, where horror fans are fans of gory, messed up, fucked up things is going to enjoy it, while people who are not into that type of stuff, they're not going to enjoy this. They're not going to enjoy their movie going experience. But either way, in my opinion, The Mummy is still one of my favorite Universal monster movie characters, and my favorite Universal monster. So I was willing to see this no matter what. And to be honest, I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I think it was a good movie. I think it's a. I do think there are problems with it. Yes. But then again, it's not a movie I thought will win awards. It's not a movie I don't expect to win an award for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Original Story, Best... pretty much all that. If this movie does win a Oscar, I'm gonna guess it's either sound design or maybe makeup and effects. Because I think that movie did look beautiful. I do think this did look good. And I liked it. Natalie Grace's performance as Katie, or the Mummy, I thought was terrific. I think it is a wonderful adaptation and something vastly different. Compared to the two female mummies we've gotten in the past, this one has now raising a bar higher than those two. Natalie Grace has done way better than 1971's Blood from the Mummy's Tomb from way back in the day, and of course the Tom Cruise remake. Sorry to like the 5 people who like that movie. And so after that, and I do think that it has presented itself at where she has now risen the stakes a little bit for mummies. But after that, and overall, that's pretty good. And it does follow Poltergeist. It does have a Poltergeist-like thing, and I thought it was pretty interesting about the next adaptation about this movie. Of course, a lot of people probably went into it like Cronins The Mummy. Who's that? I don't know. Don't really care. Like I said, I loved it. I think it's a great movie. I think it's a good movie that was just full of entertainment for 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's my opinion. Now after that, of course, people probably don't like a 2-hour movie with just blood, gore, messed up body fluids. Probably people don't like that much, but overall, it is still a. But if you tend to just forget about that, you may not like it, just because of that. But overall, I think this movie definitely did a good job at being also a thriller. Like, I enjoyed the mystery element. Like, how the how on earth did this character, how on earth did this little girl become a mummy? Become this like demonic thing, let's pretty much. But it is a interesting idea, yeah, that they go to, and I think it has well deserved the placement of being a part of the Mummy series. I think it is now a good movie. I think it was good. And of course, that is my opinion. If you don't agree with it, you can always comment that down. I'm willing to listen to feedback. I am definitely willing to. But overall, well, after that, I want to say this: the actress who plays the mom in the movie, she was giving out her heart and soul of that movie. Like this actually made me feel emotional. Like, I can actually feel the sadness when they realize what has happened to their child. If you know what happens in that movie, you know. You know. No, it's pretty fucked up. Overall, I very much enjoyed it. I think it was a very good movie. With a great performance by the person who plays the mother figure in the movie. I do have to point this out that the character, the magician, who is pretty much the person that kidnaps who pretty much kidnaps Katie, is terrific. She made me not like she made me not like her character, and that is a plus effect you can get on a movie, in my opinion. And then of course people have said Jack Renor isn't great in this movie. I thought his character Charlie was terrific. I think he gave me the idea of a protective dad figure. He gave me that performance. He showed me what his take on a protective dad, trying to figure out it. And of course, he is an investigative journalist. I think that is cool. Well, and that is a cool idea for a character who has a kid missing. I don't know if that has been followed. Comment down below if it has been in other films. Please tell me. I would love to know that. But overall, I am pretty satisfied with it. But of course, I do want to talk about the ending. And here's the thing: I actually knew what the ending was before the movie, before I even saw it. I did not get advanced screenings. I did not know anything about this movie. Don't say that. I didn't know anything that was going on behind this movie. I was just excited because there was a new Mummy film coming out now, and I was wanting to see it. Yet in theaters, in which I did. And then after that we have. But the ending is probably one of, if not one of the craziest endings I've ever seen to a horror film. So, spoiler alert. You have been warned. You can skip ahead. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you can skip ahead. And so you have been warned of what's going to happen. Alright, so in the end, Katie, the creature, is possessed by an ancient demon, and that pretty much if you don't have it possess someone, it can take over the world. And you have to keep it in ancient linen and in a bath salt sarcophagus, and that is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It does sound Evil Dead-esque, but I think that I'm not a big fan of the Evil Dead films, but this one I was kind of interested in not knowing that. I did not know what the twist was. That was an interesting twist, in my opinion. But at the ending, where Katie has both her sister and brother possessed, and part of it was creepy, and man, that is very fun, in my opinion. and it has done a very good job of. And of course, Jack Renor's character Charlie, unfortunately, sacrifices his soul to protect it. Not like that. He basically gets the demon out of Katie and into him, which now come to think that was actually kind of a cool idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. And at the end of it, they chain him in. Katie goes back to normal. She is now normal and is now no longer possessed by by the ancient demon thing. I don't know what to call it. Tell me what you want to call it in the comments. And then we cut to a prison in Cairo, where the magician is still is in there for probably a long time, and of course both the mom and the detective, played by May Calamari. If you like her, she was in the Moon Knight series, and if you didn't know that, now you know. And overall, after that they have Jack Renor nor Charlie. They have Charlie strapped down in a wheelchair, where she's just like, oh God, no. And of course, they recite something. I have a feeling it was the spell that transports the demon into someone else to get Charlie back, but it happens off screen. I don't know what happens, so my opinion, I honestly want to say that Charlie Lee is still a mummy, because that is what I believe in. I feel like that can realistically happen. Come on, you want to see Jack Renor as a mummy? Come on, you knew it. And when this movie had him as the main character, you knew you wanted to see it. Come on. And after that, and that is Lee Cronin's The Mummy. So overall, now that we have 5 official movies of the franchise that are just called The Mummy, let us rank them all. And this isn't going to include like The Mummy Returns, a bunch of the films with Karras, the movie, these from Hammer, all of that. This is strictly going to be the 5 movies in the franchise that are just called The Mummy. All right, you got it? Let's go. Number 5 is going to be The Mummy 2017. No, you probably already knew that. Come on. This is strictly just a basic action film. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not perfect, but it isn't great. Number 4, we have the Mummy from 1959. This is Hammer's adaptation of The Mummy, and it is decent. It has good parts. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee are both very compelling characters. Both of them play their roles respectfully. And I think it was just generic. I think it was just okay. And I think it did a solid job at what it was trying to do. Alright? Number 3 is going to be the original Universal monster movie, The Mummy from 1932, starring Boris Karloff. That movie, in my opinion, is very similar to Dracula, and it just does it more boring-ish. It's not... It's interesting for the first Mummy movie ever made, but it's not a particular Mummy movie that I particularly are fond of. I think the sequels after that do a lot better job at what a Mummy film should be. So, there you go. Alright, number 2, who is going to be Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I do like it because this may be recently biased, but and my love for mummies, I I believe this one just deserves the spot. I know some people are probably gonna question my choice, but overall, I think this movie did a very solid job at making me compel for the characters. And overall, this is a movie about family. That is a very good message to represent for a horror movie like of this. This is very that is probably something I enjoyed of it. But and finally, number one is going to be Stephen Sommers' Mummy film from 1999, starring Brendan Fraser. Like there is no doubt that that was going to be number one. Come on. This is pretty much the best mummy film ever. That is the best mummy film ever made. Brendan Fraser's The Mummy is the best film of the franchise that we will ever get. I may do a full ranking of the Mummy series after I get a Dracula video done. A Dracula ranking series done. It has just taken a while because I don't remember how many films, but I keep on forgetting how many they are. Or it keeps on going down with some. And some of them I don't like, end up in higher places. That is just what is going on with me, and that is nothing wrong with you guys. It is just hard to pick a place for many of the Dracula movies. So that is going to be it. And please make sure to like the button and click the like button and subscribe if you want to. I'm not the boss of you. You can do whatever you want. See you on the next one.